recording. As usual, have any toys and props that you want to play with, a blanket too. And yeah, why don't you go ahead and lay down on your back and we'll begin. Apologize for the doggy's bum. Close your eyes. Start feeling your body against the floor, acknowledging any little body part that's touching the floor and which parts are not touching the floor. Begin to find movement on your body through your breath. Every time you inhale, your chest rises. And when you exhale, it comes down. Notice if that has a little bit of an effect, a ripple effect on your hips. What happens with your hips if you exaggerate your breath? Feel free at any point to adjust yourself and, whoa, so sorry about that. And definitely don't try to copy any shapes that may look like in my body. Try to explore on your own body. On your next inhale, start circling your toes, wiggling your toes, your fingers, circling your wrists and your ankles. Bring your arms overhead beside your ears and take a big stretch on your inhale. And on your exhale, let everything go. Wiggle your hips on the floor. Try that again. Inhale, arch your back, pulling your toes and lengthening on opposite ends. And on your exhale, let everything go. One last time. Inhale, reach on opposite sides, take a yawn. And on your exhale, bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a big, tight hug. Take any movements that you need. Rock from side to side. Find some circles on your hips. You can do it 2 legs at the same time on the same direction, or you can do 2 legs at the same time on opposite directions, having your hands, having your knees resting on your arms. Get a little bit of a feedback from your hands. And they're either making your legs move or they're resisting you, depending on what you want to work on today. When you're ready, place your feet on the floor and bring the block underneath your sacrum, which is the flat part of your lower back. You get to choose the setting, the lowest setting, the medium or the high, depending on how you feel, and bring one knee towards your chest and hug it. On your inhale, let that knee drop towards your elbow and open it up to the side towards your armpit. And close it on your exhale. Use the strength of your hand or your arm. You're hugging or just holding your knee. And you want to try to manipulate your knee. Don't let really relax that hip. Just open it and close it a couple of times. Come back to center and stretch that foot up towards the ceiling and just give it a nice little wiggle. You'll notice how the edges of the block can also give you a little bit of a massage. That's kind of fun. That leg that's up straight to the ceiling, cross it on top of your left leg for a figure 4 position. And on top of the blocks, start rocking from side to side, giving yourself a massage on your outer hips. Oh yeah, I am so feeling the hips today. You know what they say, that all our emotions and our worries and all of that stay on our hips and on our shoulders and neck. I wonder if it's, I don't know, because of the kind of joint that they are, the bones. Okay. Once you're ready, come back to center, stretch that leg up to the ceiling and lower it back to the ground. And let's do other side. Bring your second leg towards your chest. Give it a nice little hug first and begin to open it and close. For some parts of the class, I will guide you through breath, such as inhales and exhales. But some other things, give yourself permission to explore which kind of breathing you find better for you. Do try to coordinate your movements with your breath. As dancers, that is so hard to do at the beginning because they don't teach us to breathe, because it's such a automatic thing. Once you are done with this, stretch that heel up towards the ceiling and give it a nice little wiggle. Only when I'm wearing shorts, because I can actually see my leg wiggle and I think it's super funny. When you're ready, cross that leg on top of your lower leg and start rocking from side to side. If you have a cork block like I do, one of the heavier ones, it starts to get a little bit tender because it's so hard. But I think you have a foam one, right? So it's just nice, feel good feeling. Come back to center, stretch that leg up towards the ceiling and bring it down towards the ground. Stay here on your block, or if you want a little bit of an extra stretch in your hips, bring it to the medium setting and just flip it onto the medium setting, and place it where it was, and one leg at a time. Stretch your legs long on the floor. Feel a little bit of engagement on your lower belly so that you are protecting your back, and just feel the stretch on the front of your hips. Feel free to bring your arms wide open to the side or even beside your ears. Wiggle around if you need to until you find a place that is somewhat comfortable. This shouldn't be painful. If it's pinching your lower back, perhaps you want to go back to the lowest setting. When you're ready, bring your feet back in, one at a time. Lift your hips off the block, put it to the side, and come all the way down. Stretch one leg long towards the floor. and bring the other one towards your chest. We're going to go for a half happy baby. Your elbow goes inside your knee and your hand takes your foot on the outside. Then you open it to the side. Correct. Your hand doesn't even have to reach your foot. You can always be holding on to your calf if you need to, or to your ankle. Everything or anything that feels good on your body. Either stay on complete stillness or um, find a little bit of circles or any funky movements that you want to experiment in here. Bring that leg across your chest, right in front of your chest, and hook both arms underneath your calf and your ankle, and try as much as you can to press the one hand closer to your ankle towards your chest. This is like a pigeon pose. Your hands are underneath your leg and you're hugging one and then hugging another, trying to make that shin parallel to your chest. You can lift your head off the ground if you need to. You can always be hugging your knee on the outer side, if like a baby, like you're rocking a baby, if that works better for you. And when you're ready, cross your leg, finish crossing over your leg into a little twist. Bring that opposite arm long on the floor in a T position or in a cactus shape if you don't have too much space. Either stay here or you are welcome to stretch that leg that's on the floor and try to grab your foot with that hand if you want an extra stretch. When you're ready, let it all go. Brush that foot down towards the ground, making a big circle on the ground until you roll back onto your back. And you are set up for the next side. Bring your second leg up towards your chest and find your half a happy baby. Elbow inside your knee, your hand on the outer ankle, foot, calf. And take whatever movements that you need in here. Bring it across your chest and either hook your leg with your hands underneath it, or hug your leg like a baby that you're rocking. And just give that tiny little stretch. You should feel a little bit of a stretch on your outer hip. Another fun thing that you can do is if you have your heel grabbed with your right hand, with your left hand, you can always push your knee in a little bit. Because you want to have that shin parallel to your chest. Yeah. Move on from there and finish off crossing your leg into a little twist.
To see age in a flower, the dawns are speeding up. You know it'll hurt you.
Just like the other side, feel free to stretch that leg long or not. And when you're ready, brush it. Don't lose the contact with the floor. Brush it down and around until you are on your back. Bring your hands overhead, take a big inhale and a stretch. And on your exhale, bring your knees to your chest. Either hug it through your shins or grab a hold of your ankles or your outer ankles. Take a nice inhale in here, and on your exhale, bring your chin to your towards your knees and start rolling like a ball all through your spine. You're rolling, rocking up and down in your spine. You may want to use your lower abs to aid you in this all the way until you find a seated position. Rolling like a ball. Woo! That is one of the fun Pilates exercises that I like. All right. Swing your legs around, come into your tabletop position. We'll do a little bit of fine um, moving. On your inhale, look up to the ceiling and find your cow. And on your exhale, we'll look down into your cat. Inhale to look up, melt your belly. And exhale to scoop your belly and look down. You're puffing up your shoulders. Continue doing this on your own timing and at your own breath, rhythm of breaths. It's so funny how important rhythm is. It's so natural to us to find rhythm. Just look at our heartbeat. Eventually morph into any kind of movement that you need. You can start making circles with your chest. I have some students that love doing a whole circle with your body and going down and around with your hips. So you're kind of doing bigifying your cats and cows. And if you're doing circles, perhaps turn it to the other direction. When you're ready, come back to center, tuck your toes under, lift your hips and pull yourself into a downward facing dog. Bend your knees, wiggle your hips. Take any movements that you need. Bounce up and down. And take tiny little steps towards the front of your mat. Meet me on a passive forward fold. Your feet are hip-width distance apart. Your knees are bent a lot if you need to, so that you can rest your belly on them. Grab for opposite elbows. Bring your hands underneath your feet. Anything that's speaking to you today. In general, we use the inhales to expand our horizon and our exhales to bring back towards its center. Take a nice inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it all go. Try that again. Inhale, halfway lift. Notice how you're hinging at your hips. Exhale to let it all go. Inhale, halfway lift. Now from here, tuck your tailbone down and start rolling yourself up. Once you get to the top of your mat, bring your feet together. Take an inhale to roll your shoulders up. And on your exhale, roll them out and side. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling with your hands and your gaze. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Take a big step on your right and then on your left into your plank pose. Take a full inhale in here. Exhale to tap your knees on the ground and lower yourself all the way to the mat. Bring your hands outside your mat on a tent or spider, a cupcake kind of position. And your elbows are pointing to the ceiling. You're going to inhale and lift your forehead off the ground on a baby cobra. Exhale to melt right down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher perhaps. Exhale to come down. Inhale to come all the way up. Maybe stretch your arms as much as you can, bring in a little bit of space into your back. Exhale, float it down very slowly. Bring your hands beside your ribs, tuck your toes, listen carefully. Keep your knees on the ground. Lift your hips off the ground and then push into your tabletop. Woo, and push up. Now this was so hard for me when I first started like practicing this. Here, I'll do it again. Look at that. So you're here, and you bring your hands right beside your ribs. And this might be different for some people, right? Depending on where you want to have your hands. You're tucking your toes, and you're kind of pushing already into your lifting your hips. And then there you go. Almost, don't worry about it. Lift your hips up into downward facing dog. Inhale to reach one leg up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, make a big circle side and around until you're back on your down dog. We're doing 3 circles with your leg. Inhale, reach up all the way up, circle down and around. Try to make them as big as possible. 3rd circle, down and around. Come back to your down dog, and we'll do the left. Inhale, reach your leg up, and circle down to the side, down and around. Yes, you got it. Continue going. Once you're done with your 3 circles, come back into your downward dog, look up to the front, lift your heels, bend your knees, and take a big step walk with your right and with your left into the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling with your hands. Exhale, hands to heart center, and then beside your body. Take a nice inhale to roll your shoulders. And on your exhale, roll them down, open your mouth. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, put your hands down, step into your plank. Stay here or bring your knees down to the ground. Come all the way down towards the ground. We're going to bend one knee. Your toes are pointing to the ceiling. And we're going to inhale, lift that leg up towards the ceiling, and then open it to the side. Bring it back up and down. Inhale directly up to the ceiling. Exhale to open your knee to the side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to lower. One last time, inhale up. Open it to the side. Like a retiré. There you go. Inhale up. And come back down. Now this is where it gets fun. Inhale up. This time, rock your knee towards center. This is a turn-in position. Inhale back up. And bring it down. Hello, hamstrings. Inhale up. Exhale, knee towards your center. Inhale up.
and come back down. Last time, inhale up, knee towards center. Inhale up and come back down. Stretch that leg to the ground. Give a nice little wiggle. And we'll do the other side. Your forehead can be on your palms, or you can have one ear to the on the side. Let's do on to the other side. Bend your knee. We're going to inhale, reach up to the ceiling. On your exhale, you open your knee to the side. Inhale, back to the ceiling. Come back down. Inhale up. Exhale to open. Inhale up. Exhale to lower. Inhale up. Exhale to open. This doesn't have to be a big movement. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's try the opposite side. Inhale up. Exhale, knee towards the center. Oh, this is hard. Inhale up and come back down. Up. Knee towards center. Up. Come back down. Up. Knee towards center. Up. Come back down. Stretch that leg on the ground. Give a little wiggle to your hips. Rock them from side to side. And when you're ready, come back with your hands beside your ribs. Tuck your toes under. Lift your tushy and push into your tabletop. And then downward dog. You got it. There you go. This is an exercise that I've been wanting to do. You're going to inhale, reach your right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring it back down, bend your knees, and find your plank. Come back on your inhale into your left. Exhale, down, knees bend, and then plank. So we're waving towards a little tabletop and reach your leg. Come back to your tabletop, covering your knees, and then push. And back. Lower and push. Let's pick up the tempo. Back, up, lower, and push. And back, up, lower, and push. Come back, come right back and bend your knees into that hovering position. And with a hop, step to the middle of your mat, find your yogi squat. Sit your hips low. If you have a block nearby, you can always sit on top of your block and just have some fun here. Once you are on your yogi squat, you'll have the option to find stillness. Relax your hips. Bring your left hand against your left knee and stretch your right hand up to the ceiling. If it's available to you, bring that hand behind your back for a little twist. And you're making opposition with the left hand against your knee, or rather left elbow against your knee. Come back to center and try the opposite side. Press against your right knee, open your left side to the ceiling, and if you want to, find a little twist. Come back to center. We're going to take an inhale, and on your exhale, transfer your weight a little bit towards your toes and lift a tiny little bit off your block. and come back down. That's all right. Now listen, this squat position, it may look so different for all of us. It doesn't really matter if your knees are closer together. If that's what you need today, that's what you need. And it also depends a lot on your bone structure, right? On depending on how your hips are made. Um, your knees might go a little bit closer together or a little bit farther apart, right? It doesn't really matter. Let's try this again. Take a nice inhale in here. On your exhale, transfer your weight a little bit up and off the block. Come back down. Whew. Try that again. Lean over forward and a little bit up. And come back down. Couple more times. Lean and rock up. You may use momentum if you want to. And whoop, a little bit higher every time. And whoop, a little bit higher because you guessed it right. We are making our way up to standing. Whoop. Hello, hips. Whoop. Once you're done with that and you're ready to stand up, bring your feet together, and this is our dance break number 1. All right. For what's coming, if you want an extra challenge, you can place your block on the floor and step into it. Oh, hello, dog. Thank you very much, dog. Hi. Excuse me, ma'am. You are on my camera. Thank you. Thank you. So yes, if you want a little bit of an extra challenge, place your block on the floor and just step on it. You're going to take one step in. Doesn't really matter which leg you prefer to do first. Flex your floating foot a lot. And you don't have to switch yourself, but I'm going to switch myself so you can see for a little bit. We are going to let go of the bum, like sit on your bum, and then come back in. Notice how your greater trochanter of your femur goes out and then pushes back in and goes out and pushes back in and just out and pushes back in. For the next one, bring that floating knee up to hip height. You can bring your hands up on your inhale, and on your exhale, open it to the side. Inhale to center, that's all good. Exhale, open it to the side. Inhale to center, open to the side, and find your tree pose in here. Remembering that your tree pose can be anywhere below or on top of your knee joint, but not directly on your knee joint. Also going to do a fun one in here. Take a nice inhale. Exhale to bring your knee towards the front. Inhale to reach your heel to the front. Exhale to tip forward, around, into your tree. This is like a grand rond de jambe kind of thing. Inhale in here. Exhale to close. Inhale to push. Exhale around. Feel free to have a micro bend on your supporting knee. It's all good. Woo. Falling is okay. Inhaling here. Exhale to close your knee. Inhale to push. Exhale to go down and around. Woo. Bring yourself back down. Give it a nice little shake. If you have your block nearby, feel free to step on it to stretch that calf because for some reason, especially for dancers, our calves like to take over everything. Whereas we have bigger muscles on the top part of our leg that we don't like to use really. Isn't that funny? When you're ready, either step back
onto your block on the other side, or you don't have to step on a block if you don't want to, and float one leg off the ground. Yeah, that is kind of like interesting. Take a nice inhale in here, and on your exhale, sink into your bum. Inhale up. It's not that we're moving the hips, like both of them. It's that that one bone is going out and in of its socket almost. When you're ready, inhale, bring your knee up to the hip height. Exhale to open. Try not to move your hips. Inhale to the front. Exhale to open. Inhale to the front. Exhale to open and find your tree pose. It can be at your ankle if you need to, your calf, all the way up to your thigh. Inhaling here. Exhale to close your knee forward. Inhale to push. Exhale to go down and around into your three. Inhaling here. Exhale to close. Inhale to push. Exhale down, hinging at your hips and around. Oops, my camera froze. Hello, camera. Inhale. It's almost done. Inhale here. Exhale to close. Inhale, stretch forward, down and around. It's okay to fall when you're ready. Come up your block or your position. Let everything go. Just shake it out. Dance break number 2 or 3, but who's counting? Doesn't matter. Once you're ready, step back into the front of your mat. Take a big inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Oh yeah, sorry. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. The little stretch on the calf. Much needed. All right. Let's just do one tiny little flow and we'll just stretch. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale to hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Hop, step, or walk into your Chaturanga Dandasana or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right. Bring one leg up to the ceiling. And beside, actually no, what do you want to do? Yeah, let's just sit on the ground. Bring your knees to the ground. Sit on your bum and stretch your knees forward. Take a big inhale up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, you'll come down towards your legs. Roll your spine up. On an inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale down. A couple more times. Inhale up. Exhale down, just like waves. Next time you're down, stay there. Your feet can be flexed or pointed or relaxed. Find a comfortable position in here, and you can even bring your block underneath your chest, underneath your forehead, and just find a little comforting, relaxing forward fold.
Except inside your heart and be just who you are. Pachamama, coming home to the place where I belong.
When you are ready, come all the way up. And we'll do a tiny little hip opener. You are going to Bend your knees and bring one foot on top of the other, one leg on top of the other in a cross position. They don't have to be super close to your body. They can be a little bit farther out in like a bigger diamond kind of shape. Um, yeah. Or they can be on a butterfly position, your soles of your feet together and just let your knees open. Yeah, perfect. So the wider your diamond is, the less impact on your hips will have. And the only thing we'll do is we're going to stretch your back long up to the ceiling, stick your bum out first, and then try to lean forward. Just a little bit, little, as much as you keep on sticking that bum out. Really feel that opening on your hips, that stretch in your hips, and most importantly, keep on breathing. I can see you turning purple. It might be your shirt, but I can see you. Now do the same roll up. Take tuck your tailbone down first, like a puppy, very scared, and then roll up. Try that again. Inhale to sit very tall. Exhale to stick your bum out and then lean forward. You can be grabbing onto your ankles or onto your shin. Um, and with your elbows, you can even be pressing down on your knees for a little bit of extra opening, if that is available to you. Come all the way up. And one last time, lift and lean forward. Great.
Let the water wash away your
Now, I
tears.
know this feels scary, but let go of your legs and
Let
reach
the
your arms
fire
forward.
burn
We're going
away
to do
your
what I like to call spider walks. You're going to start
fears.
making circles
Let the wind
around your
blow
body,
into
all the
your
way
life
around.
such faith
It
and
doesn't matter how
trust.
far you go,
Oh, let the
just make your
earth
circles.
hold you, take
Try
care
to
of you,
relax your hips as
and
much as you
nurture
can.
you. Oh, the power of love
Your
is
knees
here
may be
now.
super close to the floor
The
or not
power
at
of
all, and
now
that is
is
not
here
important.
now. The
Once you
power of
completed at least
you,
3 circles,
me, is here
reverse your
to create
directions.
magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you, me, is here to create magic on earth.
Come back to your center. With your hands, aid your knees to come all the way full up. Scooch to the middle of your back, your mat, and roll all the way down. Take a full inhale here. And on your exhale, open your knees wide. Oh, I lied. JK. Bring your knees to your chest. And this time, do find a
Let
full
the
happy baby.
water wash
Your
away
elbows inside
your
your knees
tears.
and grab for the outer side of your feet or your leg
Let the
for a
fire
full
burn
expression of
away
happy baby.
your fears.
Notice if
Let
this
the
somewhat
wind
feels a little bit
blow
easier
into
than
your
earlier
life
today.
such faith
And if
and
it
trust.
doesn't,
Oh,
don't
let
get
the earth
frustrated.
hold
The
you,
body
take care
likes to
of you,
play tricks on
and
us.
nurture
It's
you.
all good. Just give it time. Once you've had enough, let go of one leg into the floor with your knee open to the side for a half a butterfly, and then let go into the other leg and let your knees fall down. Your soles of your feet are together. Your knees are going down because of gravity. Take a full body scan again of What body parts are touching the body? You can stay here for as long as you want, or stretch one leg long and then the other onto the floor for a final resting pose, Shavasana. Stay here for as long as you want. Connect back with your breath. Close your eyes. Take your time to wake yourself up. I will leave you here, but you don't need to get up. It was a pleasure to move with you and to explore with you. And I hope to see you soon. Namaste. Thank you. Okay, since you're up,